Peter Jackson. This is a guy whose name is synonymous with $100 million epic blockbusters that push the limits of what movies could be capable of. But, like most other directors, he came from humble roots. And with all due respect to Mr. Jackson, you can't really get a whole lot more humble than his 1987 cinematic debut, the aptly named Bad Taste. Bad Taste is one of the most insane movies you will ever watch, and you will love every second of it. The plot of Bad Taste, or at least what vaguely resembles one, is that a race of aliens have taken over a small town in New Zealand by impersonating the civilians, Invasion of the Body Snatchers style. And a small group of government agents have been sent to stop them. We learn later on that the aliens are actually managers for an intergalactic fast food franchise, and that humans have become their newest menu item. Soon, the agents show up and all hell breaks loose, and a small war erupts between the agents and the aliens. If the plot sounds very basic and silly to you, that's kind of because this movie almost has no plot. Now, in most cases, when movies have very little plot, it's a bad thing, but Bad Taste, somehow for this movie, it still works. It's a straight-up comedy, so the fact that most of the scenes depict characters in really outrageous scenarios and fight scenes serve it well. The plot is only there to provide context for all the ridiculous set-piece comedy scenes, which there are a lot of. There are so many scenes that I could mention. There's a whole subplot where one of the agents, a deranged scout by the name of Derek, kidnaps one of the aliens in human form and tortures him to comedic effect. And to add to the hilarity, Peter Jackson plays both of these characters. No shit, Peter Jackson literally waited months apart to complete shooting this scene in order to have enough time for his facial hair to grow out. There's a scene where the aliens are holding a guy in the air while he pukes into a big bowl. There's also a scene where a sheep gets blown up by a rocket launcher, and a part at the end where the house that the aliens are living in takes off, and all of a sudden the regular grass the characters are standing on turns into a big green rug. It's complete chaos. About halfway through we get to see what the aliens really look like, and they look stupid as hell. I especially like the little bare ass cheeks that are poking out of their pants. But that was intentional. This is also one of the most disgusting movies you'll ever watch. The gore effects are absolutely revolting. And in the aforementioned scene with the guy puking into the bowl, that's soon followed by one of the agent guys posing as an alien, eating that same puke, and actually enjoying it. This movie doesn't just rely on gross-out humor, though. There's tons of great physical and slapstick comedy moments as well. It's a lot like Evil Dead 2, where they blend the legendary slapstick techniques of the Three Stooges with the grotesque bloodshed of contemporary horror films. There's a lot more to this movie that I haven't talked about, but I love it so much that I just don't want to ruin it for those of you who haven't seen it yet. Bad Taste is one of those movies where it's abundantly clear that the filmmakers had a ton of fun making it, and that fun does more than just transcend itself onto the audience. As fun as it probably was to make this movie, it wasn't done quickly. Jackson spent 4 years making this movie in his hometown of Pukerua Bay in New Zealand. Since all of his actors and extras were regular people who all had jobs, he could only shoot the movie during the weekends. Eventually, Jackson would surpass his original budget of just $25,000, so he had to borrow more than $200,000 more from the New Zealand Film Commission just to finish shooting the movie. Jackson himself did most of the special effects, and pretty much all of the creature suits. The suits for the aliens were actually baked in his mom's oven, no joke. This is one of the only movies I know of where nearly everything about it is homemade. Despite the various technical and financial limitations he faced, Jackson still managed to inject an absurd amount of creative filmmaking, well-directed action, pretty decent effects, and fantastic comedy into this movie. It also serves as a fascinating juxtaposition to the lavish, high production value Hollywood epics that he would partake in later on in his life. One thing I've always loved about Peter Jackson that sets him apart from a lot of other directors, and, well, actors for that matter, is that he lovingly embraces his B-movie origins. Every chance he gets, he likes to drop little references to his earlier movies. Like that one part in King Kong where you actually see a crate for a Sumatran rat monkey, like the monkey from the movie Brain Dead. Anyways, that's one reason why he's one of my all-time favorite directors. And as an aspiring disciple of film myself, movies like Bad Taste and his later splatter movie classic Brain Dead serve as beacons of inspiration for me, and hopefully for others as well. This has been my 10th episode of B-Movie Theater. I apologize to all of you that you had to wait pretty much an entire year for me to make another one of these, but I appreciate your patience. Have a good one.
I'm coming to get you, bastards!